Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. You're listening to the Sales Hunter podcast. And what are we talking about today? We're talking about what do I say when I get somebody on a prospecting call? Let me tell you something. It's not what you think it is. And it's the reason the vast majority of prospecting calls really go south quickly. Hey, I'm going to cut to the chase. The show begins right now. Hey, you finally get that prospect on the phone, or let me tell you something. They answer the phone by, well, you weren't expecting them to answer the phone. What do I say? What do I say? This causes more salespeople to stumble and fall. Let me tell you something. It's not what you think it is. It's not, hi, my name is so-and-so, and I want to introduce myself. Let me tell you something. You say that, and you're going to turn anybody off because the other person, they didn't really want to take a call from a salesperson. Come on. Do you think they did? No. They're going to turn you off in a heartbeat. Here's the deal. You've got to lead with a question or a statement relative to them. So now you say, what is that? What should it be? Well, first of all, I hope you're only prospecting those who you know you can make a difference with, those who you know that you can help them achieve something that they didn't think was possible. In other words, you're calling in your ICP, your ideal customer profile. So what do? You take your existing customers that are in your ideal customer profile, and you write down, what are the outcomes? What are not what you sold them, what you sold them is irrelevant. What are the outcomes that you help them create? And the next to that, begin to write down, what are the questions others who might benefit from that same outcome? What would be the questions that would get them thinking? What would be the statements they might benefit from? What might be the things? You see, this is where you get your content. This is where you get your confidence to be able to pick up the phone and call that prospect. I do this all the time. Let me give you an example. You may have had a customer that you sold something to that allowed them to deal with changes in the regulatory environment. Okay, great, terrific. See, that's a question you can lead with. You get a prospect on the phone that says, hey, how are you dealing with regulatory changes that are impacting so many in your industry? And what does that do? That is a question that's undoubtedly relevant to them. You see, this is why we have to prospect within our ideal customer profile. And you're going to school on your existing customers to help you with prospects. You see, this avoids you from sitting there saying, oh, hi, I'd like to introduce myself. Oh, hi, I'd like to do this. Oh, hi, are you the right person? Oh, hi, I'm just checking. Whoa. You see, here's the thing. This is even the strategy that you can use when you don't know who you need to be talking to. Rather than calling up and saying, hi, I'm not sure who I should be talking to, but could you connect me with so-and-so? Well, you know what? They're immediately going to assume that you're a salesperson. If they do connect you, they're going to connect you with purchasing. Let me tell you something. That's the business prevention department. Hello. What you want to connect with the user. You want to connect with somebody who's in a much better position to help you. This is why even with that gatekeeper, you lead off with that same question. Hey, how is your company dealing with the regulatory changes regarding X? Or, hey, how are you handling the expansion of this? Or how are you handling this or that? Or maybe it's a statement. Yeah. Labor rates have changed dramatically, and it's impacting the number of people. It's changing dramatically. You lead with a statement. But the idea being is that you even ask the gatekeeper that, and they're going to sit there and say, well, I can't answer that question. And you're going to say, well, great. Hey, can you connect me with who could? You're going to get a far greater probability of being connected to a person who you want to talk to versus somebody who wants to avoid you, the purchasing department. Yeah. You see, this is what's so key. Don't lead off with, hi, my company sells this, my company sells that. Again, that's a capabilities presentation. Let me tell you something. The 80s are calling. They want their capabilities presentation back. That doesn't go anywhere. always make sure you do one simple thing. Lead with a question or a statement relative, pertinent to the person, the company you're reaching out to. How do you find that? You find that by looking at your existing customers and what are the outcomes that you help them achieve. From that, then you build the questions that others would probably be looking to find an answer to that could point to that same outcome, or a statement that does the same thing. Hey, my name is Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. What is this? This is another one of the short episodes. I do 2 episodes a week of the Sales Hunter podcast. This one is a short, single topic one. Other episode we do is a longer, where I do a deep dive with a subject matter expert. It's more about a 20-minute show. Hey, would you do me a favor? Subscribe to the podcast, would you? And would you leave a review on your favorite podcast app? I love it when you leave reviews on LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or however you might be watching this, but also do it out on your podcast app, would you? Because it's how we spread the news of the Sales Hunter podcast. Hey, my name is Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. My objective, to help you see and achieve what you didn't think was possible. Thanks for listening.